Evening, students. This is the course introduction session for the database systems. Actually, I'm Kirshika Jayachandran, the lecturer in charge for this particular course. This is one of the core and compulsory course in level 3 as a beginner for you all. And for this course, particularly database systems with the demand of data, which keep increasing, we have to go and find mechanisms to store the data and keep it safely. So this is one of the main basic concept which is important for you all in the journey of your degree program until you complete it. So this course stands with the course code EEI3366. So once you start this degree program, you will come to realize the importance of these course codes. In this particular course code, EEI3366, the first digit 3 stands for your level 3, and the next 3 stands for the credit. So this particular course contributes for 3 credits in your GPA calculation. So you know the weight of this particular course, and this is, as I said earlier, it's a compulsory course. And once you complete this particular course, you have to come through some exercises, and you will keep increasing your knowledge regarding these particular databases. Once you complete, you will have some learning outcomes. So how these databases started, and how these information systems evolved, and the foundation for databases created, and how we can store the data in it, and how these tables are arranged, and how we could provide the security for these tables, and how these relationships between the tables in a databases can be provided. So once you start following this particular course, you will come to know about these relationships. And once we move to the syllabus outline, this particular course consists of 4 units, namely like evolution of information systems. So what is the purpose of having these information systems, and how these institutions are maintaining the information systems to convey the messages or communication, maintain the communication within the institutions. And next unit about the introduction to database. So how this database is handled, and who are the admins who involved in this particular database creation and maintenance. And unit 3 is especially about database analysis, and it's like how we are going to construct these particular tables, and how we could make connections between these tables. And the next unit is about database users, and how we could provide access to different type of users. So once you follow you will realize about these units, and you will keep increasing your knowledge on these topics. And once we go to the lesson plan, this particular course will be having 5 day schools and 3 practical sessions. So your whole unit 4 units will be comprising 5 day schools and 3 practical sessions, and these will be evaluated using 3 lab tests and 1 case study with Viva, and a CAT exam and final exam. So if I elaborate these things, the lab test 1, it's like you have to create an ER diagram for a particular scenario which is given. So once in the practical session, we will have exercises regarding these creation of ER models for the scenarios. And for lab 2, you have to follow an online course which is available in Create Learning platform, and you have to provide that certificate for as the lab test 2. And for the lab test 3, of course, you have to create a database which is comprised of tables for a particular scenario. And for the case study, actually you have to meet a friend or one of the officer who is working in an institution, and you have to find out how these information systems keep flowing in their particular institution. So how they are making the information, how they are maintaining the information systems, and what are the security mechanisms they are following, and you have to make it as a report and you have to submit. At the end, it will be evaluated with the viva as well. And for the CAT exam, it will be like a physical handwritten exam for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and you have to visit the center and you have to write that particular exam. And at the end of the semester, you will be having a final exam. So to sit for the final exam, you have to get the eligibility for the course. So I will explain about the eligibility criteria as well. So here you can have these particular eligibility criteria. In this one, you can notice that the eligible marks will be given with the formula of CAT, means the continuous assessment test, into 0.3. So 30% of these CAT marks will be contributing for your eligibility marks, plus lab into 50 marks, plus your case study marks into 20%. So you can notice the 50% of these marks will be contributed by the lab. So the most important part in this eligibility criteria is the lab. So you know how much importance you have to give to these particular labs. So once you are performing the lab test, or once you are performing even in the practical sessions, you have to learn it thoroughly, and you have to apply those techniques what you have learned in the lab test. To be eligible for this course, you have to confirm two conditions. One of the condition is lab test marks should be greater than 40. So once you get 40 marks, greater than 40 marks for the labs only, it will be considered, it has one of the condition to be eligible. And the next condition is the overall eligibility marks, OCAM marks, means the X also should be greater than 40. So this particular lab will be considered as the critical component to get eligibility for this particular course. Even though if you are getting 40 marks for the above 40 for the lab, if you are failing to collect your OCAM marks above 40, then also you will not be eligible. And once you collect both lab and the CAT OCAM marks, overall OCAM marks above 40, then you will be eligible for the this course. And after that, once you get eligibility, you can sit for the final exam. And once you sit for the final exam also, you have to get above 40 to get passed in that particular final exam. And your overall grade will be calculated like 50% from this particular OCAM and plus 50% from the final to get the grade. And that grade should be 40, above 40, so to get the pass. And these are some of the terminologies. You should be familiar with these particular terminologies when you are pursuing this degree program in OUSL, because these are something that is totally not familiar with you because you have just passed A level. So just getting to get the meanings of these particular abbreviations, because in the eligibility criteria or in the activity diary, frequently we will be using these kind of abbreviations. And yeah, for this particular course, we will be having, of course, 5 day schools and 3 practical sessions, 1 case study, and 3 lab tests, and 1 CAT, and 1 final exam to evaluate yourself. So once you start this course, you will know the importance of these activities and the contribution of these particular activities for the OCAM. And okay, when you participate for the lab test, these are some ground rules which some students fail to meet these ground rules, because when we check on the statistics which for the past few years, we can in the starting of the course, there are more number of students enrolling, but they are failing to meet these rules. When they are submitting the lab test, if they will be given 5 or 10 minutes for submissions additionally in the Moodle platform, which is your LMS. And if they are failing to submit within that given period, it will not be accepted. And for the eligibility or submissions of these case studies also, you have to submit within the deadline. So when you are failing to meet the deadlines, you will be given minus marks, or your submissions will not be accepted. In that case, the students will not be getting eligibility. That's the most thing I have come across in these last 2 academic years, which I have noticed when the students are starting the course with enthusiasm, but once they go through the semester, they are failing to meet the deadlines, and the number of past students when compared to the students who have started, it's less, comparatively less. So hope you will meet the deadlines. And okay, so these are the technologies we will be handling throughout this course. And for conducting day schools, and of course you will have physical day schools as well, and for the online one you can have through Zoom, and for the ER diagrams we can use Draw.io as one of the tool for creating it. And for SQL database creation, we can have MySQL Workbench as one of the tool. And for the Moodle, I'll show it in the later part of this presentation. And yeah, for the references, of course, in the OpenLearn LMS also you have information sheet and syllabus, detailed syllabus sheet as well. And the activity diary will be provided in the learner support as well. And course material, of course, you can have it as one of the printed material, and of course some of the sessions will be given in the LMS as well. And for the Moodle page, you can have the LMS access, and for the OER material you can refer this one. So once we check the LMS, hope you can see the screen with the previous year LMS for this particular course. And this particular course, you can have, this is the main landing page of this particular course. And here, of course, you have the contact mail ID of the course coordinator. So in case if you have any communications or any doubts, you can send a mail also. So here these weekly activities and the evaluations and particular grades and past papers, of course, everything displayed as tiles. So tile view. So here you have the course communication page. In this one, you can have the announcements, which is particularly about this particular course. So once we are posting the announcements regarding the deadlines or Zoom links or any updates regarding the course, you have to be in an active state to receive these announcements. So you will receive it like as a mail as well. And it's not showing, I think. Okay, we'll check.
No, proceed. Okay, do what you can, okay, because the whole IT system is under maintenance this evening, no?
Yes, sir. So you can receive the announcements, whatever I'm posting regarding the updates of this course and the deadlines and some other information. So other than that, yes. So you will be having the weekly activities. So your weekly activities, it will be separated like based on the day schools which are covered. So it's as there is a 5-day schools, it's covered like 5 weekly activities, and among these you can find your activities or day schools, whatever recordings, whatever covered in that particular week for your course. And this is about the weekly activities. And to submit these lab test or case studies and grades, yeah, for those also there are separate tile views, so you can go and check once you are enrolled to the LMS. And there are past papers as well. And of course you can refer to the past paper and keep an eye on the past paper formats, and you can find out how you have to prepare for the exams. And next is grades. So you will be getting your marks for your performance for the assessments and lab test and everything in the grades topic. So we will be displaying the list of marks obtained by the students in this particular grades topic. And at the end, you will be having this particular camp summary also. Once your camp summary errors are sorted, we will be displaying the omiss summary as well. So this is about particularly about this particular LMS. And other than that, yeah, of course, I think I have covered everything regarding this particular course. And once you are enrolled to the course, if you have any doubts or queries, you can send a mail to me. Sir, hope I have completed my presentation.
Thank you very much,